Operation Dudula vigilantes are in the ward. This video was filmed inside a South African hospital. They are forcing immigrant patients to leave this public health facility.
Okay, I came across this post with this gruesome and heart-wrenching photo online. I saw it on Facebook. The person who posted this photo alleges that a pregnant African woman, a black African woman in labor, was denied access to care, to health care, by Dudula members in Pretoria, South Africa, and that she was forced to give birth outside the clinic floor. Now, how unsympathetic, how callous. Let me make this crystal clear. Let me just make this clear moving forward. I have not been able to verify this particular story independently, and I'm not going to speak on it as if it's a confirmed fact. But here's what I will say, be it as it may. Whether or not this exact event happened the way it's described, the reality on the ground is clear. It reflects a real and documented crisis in South Africa. Just yesterday, Newsroom Africa reported the death of 1-year-old Prince Banda in Johannesburg. Yeah, a year-old baby, a year-old child.
In Gauteng, where the EFF is set to open a case against Operation Dudula at the Alexandra Police Station north of Johannesburg. Now, they're accusing the organisation of allegedly blocking access to clinics in the township, this leading to the death of a 1-year-old Praise Banda. The toddler was rushed to a local clinic last month after falling violently ill. The mother alleges that she was refused access by some Operation Dudula members.
Her mother rushed her, according to Newsroom Africa, her mother rushed her to the Masakane Clinic, a healthcare facility in Alexandra, when she fell critically ill. But sadly, Dudula members at the gate refused her entry because she didn't have a South African ID, because she wasn't a South African.
Okay, our aim here, we're trying to protect our facilities in South Africa. We're coming to check the people that are coming in the clinics is original South Africans.
The desperate mother then ran to another hospital, and there it wasn't just Dudula vigilantes. It was so-called healthcare professionals who told her they would not treat the dying child. They would not attend to the dying child because she was not a South African national. So that child, Prince Banda, died. A baby, a 1-year-old baby, died because of hate. And here's the sick irony. In April 2023, the Gauteng High Court ruled that all pregnant women and all children under the age of 6 must receive free public health care, regardless of nationality or documentation. That is the law. That is the constitution. Yet, vigilante groups like Operation Dudula think they can decide who is human enough to deserve care. They think they can play God with African lives. They stand at clinic gates, turning away mothers and children, breaking the law and shaming Africa in the process. It is preposterous. It is absurd. In fact, they are gradually turning South Africa into Absurdistan. Bro, let's call it what it is. Dudula is not defending South Africans. They are betraying Africa. They are dishonoring and spitting on the grave of their ancestors.
Doctors Without Borders says it has witnessed healthcare workers and security staff working in collusion with these anti-migrant groups. Has your ministry engaged to address xenophobic action and rhetoric among healthcare workers?
They scream kwerekwere at their own sisters, at their own brothers, forgetting it was colonial borders that cut us apart. A Zimbabwean, a Malawian, a Nigerian, Congolese woman. She's your sister. Her child is your child. And may I also remind you of the late legend, Deborah Fraser's song she sang so many years ago. Nobody deserves to be called a kwerekwere. You all remember that song, right? Nobody deserves to be called kwerekwere. You call your own brothers and sisters kwerekwere. She understood that this word is not just an insult. It is dehumanizing. It strips Africans of their dignity. She sang against it. Yet, today, some of you, South Africans, you still weaponize it against your own fellow Africans. It's shameful. Now, yesterday, the EFF did not only march in Gauteng against this anti-Africa agenda, they also opened a murder case against Operation Dudula.
If someone gets sick and someone dies and they could have been assisted there and there, it's not only negligence. They knew exactly what they were doing and they eliminated a life of a 1-year-old. So we've opened a case of murder. It's up to the state to take up and do the necessary investigations, because in our mind, someone has passed on and that's a murder case.
Now, I don't care what your view on EFF, the EFF politics is. But on this point, they are right. Xenophobia is poison. It is anti-Pan-Africanism, and we cannot let it fly. So hear ye me, South Africans. You cannot wave the flag of freedom while mocking your own blood. A nation that mocks a mother in labor, a nation that lets a baby die at its hospital doors, is not protecting its people. It's destroying its soul.
The mother essentially said that she understands that she has lost a child and she's still feeling the pain. She's still reeling from the pain, but she would really love authorities to intervene so that there isn't another 1-year-old praise Banda.
Our struggle was never South Africans versus other Africans. Our struggle has always been Africans versus oppression, not against anyone, against oppression. If we forget that, we are still serving the master's agenda. That is what we do unconsciously when we fight one another. Africa must unite, whether you like it or not, or Africa will bleed. But then, the choice is yours.